Well, folks, harvest season is upon us out here in Montana, but to be perfectly honest, I have been struggling just a little bit with some of the choices I have been making. You've been following around for a bit. You know, I've been, going to school, working my tail off there. We picked up a number of full-time jobs, and we started this farm from scratch, but things are kind of coming to a bit of a head on us. I mean, back in the spring, we finally managed to get our degree. We managed to pick that up as well. Well, because of that, in a sense, I decided to quit my job at the oil mill only to turn right around and buy it. That's right, we quit our job just to go and buy the mill and take it over for ourselves. Now, the oil mill itself has been making us a decent amount of money. In fact, we've actually had to buy some more equipment so that we could make things a little bit more efficient for running the oil mill as well as the farm. However, as we roll into the harvest here this last year, I have to admit, I've been struggling trying to figure out what to do with, my education, if I should keep going with that and keep on trying to get new jobs. And, I did actually pick up work just to keep on gaining experience. So I found work down at the Larson's livestock shop as a livestock trader. You know what? The hours were a little bit better. I could have made more money doing another job, but the livestock trader was only 8 hours. However, I'm only making, $30,000 basically a year, which really is tough to justify me doing at all. So that brought us into the spring where, planting season on the farm went kind of as expected. We've completed a bunch of alfalfa harvests, done a ton of baby bales. But guys, I'm still broke. I've got this degree. I've got a bachelor's degree. I am still no money in the old bank account for the most part because we keep on reinvesting it in the farm. And instead of just focusing on that farm, I keep on studying for one reason or another. And I decided to go for my master's degree, which, guess what? I passed the first time. I've never failed a test before. So once again, we are left with the dilemma of, do we keep focusing on our studies and getting better jobs, or should we focus on the farm? And realistically, the farm is making us good money, which we're probably going to get into today as we get into the harvest. We're going to talk about that, or we can look at what our other options will be. I feel so torn right now, so let's jump in and get into this harvest. So we are back in the Peterbilt once again. That's right, this is our main carting vehicle still, and you can see there's actually some of the equipment we've purchased over the last 6 months or so. We got that GMC top kick along with the curtain side trailer. That is really helping us out down at the oil mill. In front of us, we've got Gertie out there with the combine and the header. She's heading out to the fields. Everything is on the far side of the county we're working on today. Like I said, she's having some issues. Gertie, straighten her out. Come on, square it up. You can do this. I have the faiths. You come on, let's go. We try to work with her, but sometimes this is the result. Regardless of which, I've bought a bunch of things. So you can see we've got $42,000 in the old bank account as we wait for Gertie to slowly move ahead here. Thank you, Gertie. You got this. And we should have a lot more money. If I focus solely on the farm, I think we would be doing a lot better. But fact of the matter is, we've had to buy some things. Namely, we've had to buy another field. We've got another 15-acre field. Come on, Gertie, get going around this corner here. Let's get going. 15-acre field, plus we also had to buy that GMC top kick, as well as a weeder to try to knock down some of the weeds we've been having an issue with in some of our fields. The canola fields, we had to knock those weeds down. So, like I said, money's been coming in, but money's also been going out. And speaking of which, can I get around you? We need to go stop by the shop because I've bought something else for this farm, for this harvest actually. All right, well, if you were hoping for something massive, it's just a grain cart. A simple grain cart for $30,000. I decided to pick up to make harvesting a little bit easier, few less runs with the Peterbilt back and forth from the farm. That's one of our only issues, to be honest, is how far away we are from our silo system. And I don't even need to really worry about our silo system anymore now, guys, because we are just, oh boy, traffic jam. We're just harvesting canola today. That is the only thing we're harvesting, canola all day. And, since we've purchased the mill, I'm not storing the canola. The canola is going straight on down to the mill. Everything's coming up. Gertie should be pulling up. Got Matilda, she'll be doing the carting for us once again in the 7290. And yeah, we'll be back in here. I think we're good to go. I would love to see moisture levels be a little bit better. You can see we've got a lot of dead spots out in this field. And there's some weeds in here as well, which is one of the reasons we bought that weeder. We never got into this particular field, unfortunately. Oh well, maybe next year. So Gertie's got the combine. She's going to go run. We got the canola straw once again. We'll come bale that up in a bit. And we've got Matilda just doing the carting for us, and we will just truck back and forth to the oil mill. That's usually how it's going to work for us. It's relatively straightforward, and makes life easier when we got workers. First load already. Let me just sneak on through here to the far side, and we'll go unload Matilda. Now, I'm not quite sure exactly how this is going to work long term with this particular field or the fields that are back on the far side of the farm. Matilda, can you unload this thing? There we go, that's better. I would like to make it so that we could actually have everything a little bit more condensed. These fields over on this side are such a long drive away that it's not financially feasible for us to keep doing the way we're doing. And the fields on the far side of town where our farm is, that's becoming a little bit more of an issue as we go forward. I'm not sure if we want to stay in that alfalfa business or not. It's so time consuming, right? All right, got a decent amount here. Still a lot more to load up, but we need to figure out exactly when we're going to go drop all this off. Come on, let me just catch up and you can unload. We can unload on the fly. There we go, Matilda, you got this. All right, I think that should be good. Let's head down to the oil mill. We got a pretty good sized load on this thing right now. A little bit over twice what we were able to do beforehand, which is great. All the way back on down the hill. So like I said, we're not dropping this off at our farm. We're going down to the oil mill, which is in Hobson. Moccasin is where our farm is right now. And I don't want to, there's no point in me going to the silo, of course, because we need to put it in the mill so the mill can start making the oil out of it right away. Once we run out of storage space here, then maybe we can look at it, but there's a lot of, there's a mill, we could hold 1 million liters of canola in here. So I don't think that's ever going to be a problem. What's going to be a problem at some point may actually be how much oil we have, because it only holds, I believe, enough storage for 100,000 liters of oil, which that there will be the problem if anything. So that's what we have to keep an eye on going forward. Looks like they're almost done this particular field. Our yields are considerably less than they were last year. So last year we ended up with around 140,000 liters of canola off this field. This year it looks like we're down to about 100,000, and I don't know if moisture content is part of the problem of this crop. We didn't really double check this beforehand. This is something we're going to have to start doing as well. I think we're going to have to do some field analyzing going forward. On top of that, I didn't lime, so that's what we have to look at. All right, so we've got Hillary out doing the baling now as well. We got all our farm hands out working on these fields. Hillary's out baling for us. We're going to come pick up these bales and sell these off immediately. I just don't have the storage for the straw bales, and I need the extra income, to be honest. Yeah, this is actually funding our farm, these straw bales, as everyone else is parked up and staged up for the canola fields on the other side that we bought recently. We're going to go take these bales down to the Montana hay bale sale, sell them all off, use that income to pay our employees. Perfect. Oh, man. Dropped a bunch of bales off the back. Let me grab those. So that there is going to fund our harvest right there, guys. Selling off these bales is the only thing that's kind of keeping the farm running, at least right now. I just don't make enough money working at the at Larson's livestock. It's not making me enough money, and I'm getting great experience there, and that's really what I'm working for. Maybe we can work into livestock going forward. We'll get some fuel. We're going by. And we'll see if that might be something we can do going forward. Now we got contacts in the industry. So first day of harvest is completed. We got the bigger 30-acre field off, and it's a bunch of alfalfa taken care of course, as well here. A lot of alfalfa with 1,000 bales inside the barn, plus all these bales backed over here. This is going to make us some decent cash going forward. So you know what? It's just time for, I think, another day of work over at the livestock shop. At Larson's livestock shop, we'll go get our shift in. And we'll go from there, hopefully make a little bit more cash. And we've got a bunch more harvesting coming up in just a couple days here. And just like that, the canola at the farm is ready to harvest. We better head out to the other side of the county. Then we'll go check on our other fields, see how it's looking, where all our equipment is. And then we'll come back and do this little field. I think it's only 4.5, 5 acres. We'll take care of that one last. That's how we're rolling this through. Now we got everything done up here. We're going to go down to the far side. Now, I've also got to do one more thing. Let's drop this. We'll drop the bale trailer off here for now. Field looks good, but I need to get the lime spreader over there. And my plan is I'm going to get Hillary spreading lime on the 30-acre field while we harvest while we harvest the other new field. That's only 12, 15 acres, something like that. So she's going to be doing the liming, and then we can lime this other field later on, but need to get everything set up out there. Unfortunately, I need to, of course, purchase some lime first. So off to Tractor Supply, as always, get some bulk lime, and we'll start with that. Pull on into the shed. There's usually an employee there waiting for us as we come in. I guess I'm just going to fill myself up today. That's kind of strange. Oh well. I guess we'll just take care of it ourselves. That's right, I'm an honest person. We'll pay our bills. Don't you worry, Tractor Supply. We got this. All right, let's head this. Let's drag this trailer, the spreader out, and we'll get Hillary out in the fields, and she can start putting some lime down for us. Everything's looking good out on the far east end over here. Let's just see if we can drop this trailer off, and we'll grab the farmall and connect it to it. Make sure she's all set up and ready. We know what to set up for success, so she can get her out there. All right, looks good. You can see, like, if we look at our soil information, which we've purchased now, it's not looking fantastic. So this lime is definitely going to help us out next year. So while she's busy with the lime on that field, we'll just dive in right now, and we'll get Matilda and Gertie to help us out with this field. We'll harvest this off, and once again, go take everything back on down to the oil mill. And the field is done. We're going to take the combine back over to the farm and get that cleaned up, get a little bit of maintenance done on it, and we'll dive into our last canola field for this harvest, at least. I also need, of course, to get the lime over on this new field, of course. Like I said, we're trying to maximize yields here. Already got Matilda out taking care of bales, so we'll get Hillary in here doing some liming for us. I'm going to go give them a hand. We're going to go help them out. You can see we actually got some bale wrap. Need the bale wrap, of course, for the amount of bales we're pumping out of this thing. Literally, we're coming up on like 10,000 bales, I think, on this farm. Yeah, something along those lines. About 10,000, I think, is what it was. Anyways, fortunately, our selling at the farmer's market's just across the street, so we'll be able to sell these off relatively quick and easy. Just have to get the baling done, and then we're heading back over to the farm. So let me quickly sell all these bales off, and we'll get moving back towards the farm. Perfect. So this was one of the problems, like I said, we ran into, is how far away we are from our bigger fields now. I need to find new and interesting ways of getting all our equipment back and forth. Yeah, we're running a B train with the grain carts. Unfortunately, this is somewhat illegal, not exactly legit. Just the way these hitches are set up. Yeah, probably don't tell Department of Transportation about me doing this, but we're just going to quickly get these trailers across the county back over to the farm. It'll be totally fine. The Peterbilt can handle this. Totally can handle this. But yeah, it might be a little on the illegal side. But you know what? We'll just take her easy at maybe 80 miles an hour. All right, all our equipment's back at the farm, ready to go to get into this last little bit of our harvest for the year. Of course, we've got more alfalfa to get this year, but as far as our canola goes, this is going to be it. So Gertie is going to be out in the field once again, running the combine. I don't even know if I'm going to need to get the truck over there yet, because typically we don't even get a full hopper out of the combine. So you can usually handle that whole field, I think, the last couple of years. So we'll see. We'll get the truck over here anyways. We're going to need to cart this down to the oil mill once it's harvested. So it's fine regardless. We'll get this prepped and kind of just parked on the side of the field. Now, got Matilda set up. We'll get her hooked up, of course, with the baler once again. She can just go follow along behind. I'm not sure what to do with the straw bales quite yet. We'll get them harvested, of course, but get those straw bales built up, and then we'll figure out if I need to sell them off or not. We're doing okay financially. Should make us through until January, when we're going to do our big sell-off, of course, of all of our crops and our oil and everything we make. So that $50,000-$60,000 we have right now should hold us through until then, I do believe. So we'll just get her into this as well, get these bales built up, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with those. Not very much money anyways, let's be honest. Harvest completed, it looks like. Yeah, that's it. That's all of it. So we'll dump this canola into the truck. In total, we got, 11,000 liters, so that should just be, the truck will hold this. I think the truck holds a little over 15,000 liters. So that should be fine. That'll make my life a little bit easier, having to haul this down over to the oil mill. Now, like I said, I don't have a lot of things to do for the rest of the year. We have another alfalfa harvest we might be able to get to. Yeah, we should get one more alfalfa harvest. And that's it. I'll be working at the livestock shop, making a little bit of extra cash. But is that even worth my time? I don't even know anymore. I think I'm going to keep on just focusing on our farm. I don't know. We've got a master's degree. I've got a master's degree, and I'm making $30,000 a year working at a livestock shop as a tradesman. I just, is it even worth it sometimes? Guys, that piece of paper, sometimes I just don't think, I don't know. It's just not worth it for me. It's ridiculous. I maybe should have just got my high school diploma, came on the farm, and pushed through on the farm. Don't get me wrong. There's something to be said about having an education, but if you want to be a farmer, there's no point. I think working out on the farm, we would have learned a lot more over the last couple of years rather than studying. Anyways, we're ready to go. We've got everything loaded up for straw bales. We've got our canola figured out in the truck. We're going to go drop this off at the old oil mill. You know what? That's the other thing. Maybe the business side of things. That helped we learned a few things there, right? My math isn't great sometimes, so maybe math is beneficial. The rest, I don't know if I needed any more arts degrees, that's for sure. Anyways, mill's looking pretty darn good, guys. We're going to make some good money off this in the next year, I think. Perfect. Look at that. Yeah, that's great. We got tons and tons of bales. Now, I'm making roughly $500,000 from our alfalfa bales per year. That's going to be, I've got a plan for that going forward. It's going to be more land, really is what we're going to be putting this through. I don't know exactly what we're going to get out of the mill yet, but the bales themselves, that's $500,000 per year we can get off alfalfa bales. So that's a kind of a solid business right now, isn't it? In fact, another harvest is ready to go. It's just, everything's so wet right now. I don't want to harvest all. Obviously, it's raining. We're not going to harvest in the rain. We're going to let this dry out a little bit and get a little bit better yield. As you can see by our crops, things are not looking great. They'll get better if we let things dry out. So over the next little bit, we're just going to let these dry out and see if things get a bit better. And yeah, they get a little bit better as time goes on. We'll see if we can maximize the yield, get these down to the absolute ultimum, the ultimate yield, which is, what is it, 16.5%? All right, drop faster. You need to drop faster. It's slowly dropping, but I need to harvest this sooner than later. So we're just going to see if this drops at all today and then harvest this alfalfa and make some money off this. Hopefully, I mean, in theory, it looks like we could triple or double the amount of alfalfa. I mean, not quite double, actually. Just about double it if we're maximizing it, right? So we decided to wait until November. Let it go for one more month, and things are not getting all that much better, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, it did come down a little bit, but it also went up overnight. We're at 19%. It was like 18 before. And then we got some spots where it's dead dry. I don't know what's going on over here, but then we're 22. Like, I don't know what to do with this moisture levels, guys. These should work better, I think. I'm getting terrible readings. It seems like some spots, look at that, 15%. Look at how much we're getting off that. It's saying, oh, 300,000 liters we're going to get off this field? I don't think so. So I even waited a little bit longer just to see what would happen here. It didn't make much difference. We harvested all the alfalfa. It looks like we got roughly the same amount as we got before. Total, I think we ended up with around almost 1,000. It was like 980 bales this harvest, which, hey, not bad, but was it worth waiting the extra day or the extra month? I don't know. Anyways, that's going to do it for this year, it looks like. Well, pretty much. We've got some selling to do pretty quick, though. And, yeah, we're into December, which is selling season for our alfalfa bales. Now, I've got quite a few bales at the farm. We've got 1,000 inside the barn, plus, well, a little less than 2,000 sitting out here in the farmyard, which, honestly, I stacked these way better than this. This was not my fault. I did not stack them like this. Something happened. I've got some vandals out here, I think. Some degens vandalized my farm. You know, before we get to those, though, before we get to the fat stacks over on the far side, I do need to take care of this field, the wedge field on the edge of town, the edge of Moccasin. We've got all our bales still out here. So I'm going to grab all these, and we'll start stacking those up as well. Yeah, we've got quite a few bales still to bring back over to the farm. And once we get these stacked, then I think we'll sell them all off. We'll see. Like I said, oh boy. I should mention, I haven't changed the tires on this trailer since I bought it. And they're just cheapo trailer tires, so the thing tends to slide a little bit. Oh boy, I have to replace that sign now. That's going to be under my costs, I guess. Yeah, this trailer has absolutely zero grip since we haven't replaced the tires on this thing since we bought it. It's not looking great. Okay, we've got a couple loads of these bales going in, kind of sneak in through the field. Oh boy, hold on tight. Come on, don't hit my house, please. Oh boy, yeah, that's getting rough. Fortunately, the tires on the Ram are holding up, but tires on the trailer have become the biggest issue somehow. How does that happen? Yeah, those cheapo tires, you gotta get some better tires than that. Anyways, let's get this thing unloaded. Look at the bales, the stacks we have here. Once we get rid of all these bales, things are gonna work out so much better for me. I just have a funny feeling. Right now, things at the farm are rough. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. That's all the bales right there. We're gonna start getting rid of these things because I just feel like I can't see. All right, we didn't have any issues. We managed to get some stuff sold off, but this trailer is, like with the tires on it, I don't want to replace them quite yet. I don't have time to do that yet today, but I just realized, guys, I've got all these bales, but I have a brand new, to me at least, GMC Top Kick with a curtain side trailer. Why don't I just use this? I could probably put more bales in this thing, right? Hello? Like, what am I doing with my life right now? I've got this truck. I've got a big truck trailer. Now that being said, when we bought this truck, it's a single rear axle truck. I was only planning on doing the pallets of oil with this, relatively low weight, so it wasn't going to be an issue. Now, loading this full of all these bales, that could be a bit of a problem. That's a lot more weight we're going to be throwing in this thing by comparison. I hope it can handle it. Only single axle on the rear there, but it is a triple axle trailer, mind you, so it can handle a bit more weight there, but will that single axle in this truck be able to handle this much weight? I sure hope so. That's a lot more bales than what it's probably a third more bales than what we were pulling, of course, with the 1 ton. And this trailer is just so much more substantial than the PJ, of course. So it seems to be handling it okay through the farmyard here. It's a little gutless right now, I have to admit. Trailers seem to be sinking into the ground if I'm not quite on the road. There we go, get around the corner. Okay. Yeah, no, we're getting up some speed. Slowly. She's bearing down pretty good. Not exactly a high gear, well, it's not a low gear truck, I should say. It's definitely more high geared at least. So we're not gonna be breaking any land speed records with this load. All right, made it all right, guys. Okay, this is gonna work out fine. This is just fine. This is a lot easier to drive than with our 1 ton Ram and the PJ. This thing is designed to kind of handle that load a little bit better, so that's gonna work out just fine. Already on our last load. Oh, you don't look at those skid marks through the field over there. Came in a little bit hot. Oh wait, what's this guy doing? You're gonna try and drag race me in a dump truck? Come on. Oh, the GMC, come on, buddy. Don't be humiliated. Let's go. Put 300 horsepower you got on this thing. Go. Don't let him in. No, don't let... Really, dude? Like, you just... Was that necessary? Come on, man. That's ridiculous. All right, finally, last load sold. We're doing actually really good. Almost $650,000 in the bank account. Like I said, about $500,000 per year we make off of the alfalfa bales, depending. And this year was a little bit better than last, but yeah, about $500,000. That's actually pretty decent, I think, for those fields. Now, I'm gonna get some fuel. We're down to a third of a tank. We're gonna fill this up with fuel, and we still need to go back down. And well, there's a bunch of stuff still to sell this month, guys. We got a bunch of our oil, not all of it, but pretty much all the oil we can sell. We'll head down and sell that off right now. GMC's we're just pushing her as hard as we can down here. 74 miles an hour maxed out. Yeah, so we need to figure out what we're going to be doing going forward right now. I feel like it's time. We're 8 years, going on 9 years. 9 years out on this farm. I think it's time that we maybe upgraded something. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet, guys. We've focused so hard on our education, doing our day jobs. We've got well known in the valley. I mean, 9 years of constant work out here. Own the oil mill now. I have to figure out what we're going to do with this farm. If that's what we're going to focus on, or if there's something else that might make more sense. I don't know yet. Time will tell. Is that piece of paper that I've earned, is it going to be worth anything going forward? I really don't even know now. I feel like I'm making $30,000 a year, where I make $500,000 a year just from my alfalfa fields. And let's not even get started on what this oil mill is going to make me going forward, right? figured any of that out yet. This here still is all bonus cash in my mind to some degree. So that's going to be a huge profits going forward. But here we are talking about what I'm going to do for education. Look at this. Load it all up. This is why we bought this top kick along with this curtain side trailer. This was the main purpose right here. Now, added benefits? Sure. Worked great for the alfalfa bales, didn't it? All right. We're loaded. That's all the oil we have currently. We're going to sell this off, and like I said, we're doing this one sell per year if I can do it. Fortunately, it's close, right down at the mini mall here in town, down in Hobson. I don't even have to go back up the hill to Moccasin. Everything's done in town here for this sell, so that's working out really well for me. Yeah, the mini mall, I guess they're a distributor of sorts right here, so let's sell all this off. $640,000 currently in the old bank account, and another $500,000 from oil sales. Well, that ain't bad at all. We're over $1 million in the bank account right now. We have not been over that amount of money in our bank account since we've been in Montana. So 8 years in, we've got $1 million finally. How long until we get to 10 million is going to be the question. Well, maybe if I quit spending money, that might help. Oh boy, this is a little bit of a tight driveway for our truck. We're good. We got this. All right, let's head back up to the farm and figure out what else needs to happen for the rest of our winter, guys. I'm pretty happy though. Like, this has been a successful harvest. We've made a decent amount of money. We've got some new equipment, but where do we go from here? Like I said, I'm just a little disillusioned from getting all this time just to figure out schooling, and it's just not making me any money. And middle of winter, February, we're stuck in a deep freeze here with a bunch of snow coming down. But I have had some interesting developments out here in Montana. Some cool stuff is happening. I mean, the farm itself, there's not much to talk about. The fields are frozen. We got snow on the ground. Really nothing I can do. I don't even have anything to sell off because, well, quite honestly, we made our $1 million over the last couple months. So we've been focusing on, working, of course, at the livestock shop, Larson's Livestock. And that's really where the interesting thing has started to come in. It's, you know what? It's all about putting your time in. You know, making sure you get your studies done, get your education levels. Let me get out of the farmyard here quickly. Just proving yourself. And it's taken us, we're going on 9 years of proving ourselves. And I think maybe things are starting to turn our way right now. So I have focused so hard on this stuff, guys, that realistically I wasn't even sure it was going to pay itself off, right? The amount of education level we've got. I mean, who gets their master's degree and then goes and works a farm? Oh boy. And also, not only did we get our master's degree, but we were also become the best driver in farms. So of course, all at the same time. You can't really teach the driving skill I've got, I know, but it is. You guys can just watch and be in awe sometimes. I try to show off a little bit here and there. Anyways, as we pull back into Larson's Livestock, like I said, this has been great for learning about the livestock industry, but there's really just no money in this. And I have complained about this, of course, over this whole entire time. And I think it's time that maybe we moved on. Yeah, I think that this $30,000 a year, it's just there's no long-term benefit for me to keep working here. So I think this was the last day I'm going to be working out here, guys. That's right, I quit. Once again, third job I've quit technically out here in Montana. But maybe finally we can start putting our education to work. Let's get back out of here. Let's head over. And I kind of want it to be a surprise, but I think, well, if you guys have been with me for a while, you know where I'm going with this. It's been my goal all along. That's right. I finally got a call back from the local BGA. Finally, an opening that might actually make sense for us to work at. Let's pull on through. We're going to park the truck up here and we'll go inside and see. We'll see what the offer is here, but this actually might be the first time something actually makes sense for this. That's right. Finally can actually make some decent money out here as a junior plant engineer. Finally, we've got a job that's going to make us some half decent cash at $100,000. Yes, it's not as much as I make on the farm, but this is lower hours and better pay. I'll take this all day long. So that's where we're at right now, guys. I mean, I've got a really good job actually. out here in Montana. The farm is coming together. I don't even know where to stand on the farm yet, but the farm is making us some good money if we don't spend it all. But I think I've got some more plans. We're still only 9 years into this farm. There might be some more stuff going forward. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel so you see where we go with this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. This is Klutch, over and out.